the court has permitted the Action Alliance AA to open its certificate forgery allegation suit against the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC Bola Tinubu. Hearing in the matter could not go on as scheduled following an application by one Adekunle Omaje and his group claiming leadership of the AA party and also insisting they did not engage any legal practitioner to institute the suit against Tinubu. Justice Obiora Egwatu of the Federal High Court, Abuja, in August fixed October 12 for commencement of hearing, shortly after ordering parties to exchange their briefs and arguments in the case. However, at the next adjourned date, Omar J and his faction had asked to be joined as a defendant in the suit filed by the AA. But after listening to arguments in support and against for joinder application, the court declined to grant the request. Justice Obiora Egwatu, in his ruling, dismissed the joinder application on the grounds that conditions precedent for such joinder to be granted were not placed before the court. Amongst others, Justice Egwatu held that Omaje did not establish his claim as national chairman of the AA and also did not disclose how his interests would be jeopardized if not joined as defendant in the suit. Justice Egwatu, while dismissing the joinder request, directed the plaintiff to open its case of certificate forgery allegations against Tinubu on Friday, November 4th, 2022. The judge specifically ordered that witnesses in the suit must be brought before the court to enable it determine the suit within the time stipulated by law. AA had on June 21st approached the court for an order restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from including the name of the APC in the ballot of the 2023 presidential election. The party equally asked the court for another order restraining the electoral umpire for accepting the name of Tinubu as the candidate of the APC in the forthcoming presidential election. The plaintiff in the writ of summon marked FAC and other courts predicated its request on the claim that both the APC and its presidential candidate Tinubu are not qualified to participate in the 2023 presidential election on alleged forgery committed by Tinubu in 1999. While the AA is the sole plaintiff, INEC, APC and Tinubu are the first, second and third defendants respectively. The plaintiff in the suit is claiming that Tinubu forged his University of Chicago certificate he submitted in 1999 in aid of his qualification for the 1999 governorship election in Lagos State, which he won. Well, the 16-paragraph statement on both deposed by the Kalu argue the plaintiff submitted the third defendant is a person who is not qualified for election to the office of President of Nigeria on the ground of alleged forgery. Okay, this is a long one. Well, one thing is that he also urged the court to further declare that the alleged false information of Tinubu INEC form CF001 about his BSc degree in economics from the University of Chicago is a forged certificate. The plaintiff said in a new section of the 1999 Constitution, a declaration by virtue of Section 224, 23 and 24 of the 1999 Constitution and the Constitution of the APC, the office of the President of Nigeria is to be occupied by a man of integrity and impeccable character, he said. While the plaintiff prayed the court for an order of perpetual injunction restraining INEC from publishing the name of Tinubu as the candidate of the APC in the 2023 presidential election, the AA prayed for another order to perpetual injunction restraining INEC from listing the APC as political party in the ballot for the 2023 presidential poll. Some people will tell you that this is dead on arrival because we know what has been going on in this country. All this will just be effort in futility, honestly. At the end of the day, they go do everything yaga 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 yaga, and that is it. Yaga 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 yaga. That's it, because they know how to say to themselves. Everything is fraudulent, name, source of wealth, school, state of origin, and so on. You are just playing politics of hatred and abusing blackmailing only. The hatred and anger of the majority few is so inconsequential and highly immaterial as far as we are concerned. You are just wasting your time and money challenging Tinubu's credentials, and should be made to pay compensation for false accusation. Illiterate Tinubu using Ahmed Bola certificates, his real name Asiwaju Tinubu. He collected late Ahmed Bola certificate from Chicago State University and joined it to his name. Now he has four names, but as his primary secondary school, Ahmed went is different Asiwaju Tinubu primary school and secondary school. uh, Even when you know the truth, there's nothing you can do when they begin to use a technicality and what have you. Jagaban has money. He has enough to bribe any judge. Who is that judge with money that case is settled? I trust Tinubu for that side. Money can buy many judges in Nigeria. No shaking, just name your price. They would also be different. Tinubu, it all depends on what is at stake. In 1999, it was Tinubu who attended school in one secondary school in Ibadan. In 2022, there's another Tinubu who did not attend primary and secondary school, and so on. Tomorrow, another Tinubu will download. Let the game begins. Nigerians celebrate criminality, fraud, illiteracy, lawlessness, and other vices. What shall we tell our children? Look at how Nigerians are insulting Peter Obi for being prudent, honest, holy, and trusted. We love people like Tinubu, Atiku, Dezani, Madueke, Abacha, Orji Zokalu, Mena, Malami, and the Accountant General who stole 190 billion naira. We love them more than Oshibajo, Falana, Ugbonayano, Peter Obi, and so on. However, a country deserves the leader they get. May APC rule for another 8 years so that Nigeria be like Zimbabwe and Venezuela, since we are not tired of suffering. Even if any case was more than that, those countries that you mentioned, Venezuela and Zimbabwe, some people they no go bother. Why you dey worry yourself? They will not be bothered. That is it. They will never be bothered. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.